this is Rachel. You had a question about worksheet 41, the division problem, the long division, problem 4. With the long division in these lessons, because the numbers are so large, I ended up using the traditional long division process with my kids. They did not have the mental, they couldn't remember the numbers long enough to be able to do everything mentally. So we did the traditional long division process, which is what I'm going to walk you through for problem number 4. You may or may not know how to do this type of division, but hopefully if you do, this will jog a memory, but it will definitely show you the process. All right, so a couple things. Notice I'm using lined paper. When we're doing long division, a lot of times students, when they write their answers, they kind of slide off to the side and we forget where our columns are. So either graph paper or lined paper works really well to help the students keep their numbers lined up in the correct spots. Also, notice I have at the bottom my cheat sheet. This would be the multiples of 12,742, so that my kids do not have to figure that out now as they're solving. Now, when we use really large numbers, I don't let them do this for the lower numbers, but for these really large numbers, I let them create this cheat sheet. And I'm going to give you a trick on the calculator. If you use the RightStart math calculator or the Casio, this is a trick. So if you put in 12,742 and you hit the plus twice, and then every time you hit equal, you're going to get the next multiple. So you can just quickly find the multiples so that they don't have to calculate that out every time. All right, so let's tackle this problem. The first thing is, how many times does this 12,000 number go into 475? Well, if we have our little cheat sheet, we can go up to, okay, it's higher than this one, lower than that one, so 3 is going to be our number. So we're going to put 3 here, all right? And we already have that multiple pulled out. So we're just going to copy that number, 38,226. And draw our line, and our answer is going to be, I've already calculated this out so as to not waste your time, 1,849. Now, okay, what do we do now? We have to go to the thousands place. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a decimal place here, okay, because we know it's not going to be a whole number, and I'm going to pull out, we have to go to the thousands place, so I'm already going to pull out my 3 zeros. All right, so at this point, we're going to just bring down this 0. And now we have this 18,000 number. So let's take a look at our chart down here. 18,000, that would be a 1. All right, so my number now is 12,742. The difference being 5,748. Okay, then my next step is to bring down this 0. Okay, so here's my new number. All right, how many times does this 12,000 go into this 57,000? Well, I can see it's higher than 4, but less than 5. So we're going to go with the 4. All right, and our 4 is 50,968. Oops, there we go. And the difference between those numbers is 6,512. And we have to do this one more time. So we're going to bring down this next 0. And I always let my students draw the arrows. It does a couple things. It reminds them of the step. And 2, it helps them keep it lined up. So how many times does 12,000 go into 65,000? Well, it's more than 5, less than 6. So I'm going to put 5 up here. Because we only have to go to the thousandth place, you don't necessarily have to do this last step. However, I had my kids do that simply to confirm that it is indeed 5 and not an error. So I would have them write that number down, 63710. And the difference between those numbers is 1,410, and that is less than this, so that is the number. All right, and we're supposed to round it up to the hundredths place eventually. So because this is a 5, because this is our hundredths place, 5, anything greater than, or 5 or greater, will then jump this number up. So our final answer is going to be 3.15. I hope that helps. If you have any other questions, just let me know. Take care.